Peace. Chivalry is dead and feminism killed it. That's what a friend of mine said to me after I told them a story that I'm about to tell you. But first, in regards to the premise that feminism killed chivalry, well, they're not wrong, but they're also not right for the reason that they think they are. Just for a little bit of historical context here, chivalry started out as an 11th and 12th century code of conduct for knights. In fact, the word chivalry derives from a French word for knight, which derives from a word for horse, because knights were horsemen. Now, among those code for knights was how knights should engage with women. Suffice to say, women were not consulted in the creation of these codes for knights. Basically, these were things that men decided were the manly things to do for women, and women were to receive it whether they liked it or not. And to be fair, many women did like it. But as time went on and knights moved into higher social echelons and the knighthood itself decreased in numbers, chivalry became a code of conduct amongst the elites. And ultimately, chivalry trickled down to everyday people in regards to how women should be engaged. Again, women were not consulted in the creation of these codes. And being that the core purpose of feminism is equity for women, yes, it could be fair to say that feminism killed chivalry. But saying that chivalry is dead and feminism killed it is tantamount to saying that Southern hospitality is dead and the civil rights movement killed it. From the vantage point of someone who associates Southern hospitality with black folk being more subservient, under duress. So as women gain more autonomy and agency and equity and the ability to say no thanks, men who benefited from the power disparity of chivalry and women who just enjoyed it, mourn what they perceive as chivalry crashing and combusting into flames rather than looking forward to a more equitable code of conduct rising from the ashes. And now, the story that I told my friend. Alright, so boom. A couple days ago, I was walking up to my gate in the airport and I saw a sister sitting down and her water bottle was pouring into her purse. So I walked up to her and waved to get her attention to let her know, hey, your water bottle's pouring into your purse. She looked at me and then looked down, didn't say anything. Now she did have an earbud, so I couldn't tell if she could hear me or not, but I also didn't want to invade her space. So again, I waved my hand to get her attention, but she wouldn't look up at me. At that point, I turned and walked away. There was another sister sitting a row in front of her, so I said, excuse me. She says, yes. I was trying to get that sister's attention to let her know that her water bottle is pouring into her purse. And that sister said, yeah, I saw that. Then she goes, and I'm like, dang, okay. And went on to board my plane. Now, when I told my friend this story, they told me that I should have went over there anyway, waved even bigger or been even louder or tapped her on the shoulder. And I said, ain't no way that I'm making physical contact with a stranger who clearly don't want to be bothered, and explained to them all the ways that their chivalrous advice could have taken a sharp left in a hurry. Because to them, the chivalrous thing to do would have been to override all of this woman's boundaries, to impose my act of kindness without her consent. And that's when they said, chivalry is dead and feminism killed it. If only I had just kept on imposing my will onto her, she would have known that I was trying to do a good thing and accepted it. That's because you see me as a good person, and I'm grateful for that. But you've been getting to know me over time in this medium. That woman in the airport don't know me from Adam. And to me, it's not just no means no, but the lack of a clearly consensual, informed, enthusiastic yes means no. Ironically, the chivalrous thing to do in this situation was to not be chivalrous. But rumors of the death of chivalry are much overstated. Chivalry is not dead, unfortunately, because we've seen far too many instances of men retaliating against women who didn't respond to their acts of chivalry in a way that those men felt they deserved. No matter how much of a nice guy you think you are, if your niceties can't survive equity between you and the people that you're being nice to, well, then your niceness deserves to die. We out, ya.